Hello and welcome to Pizza Records Live. Thank you. It's going to be a little bit of a quiet show. All I got here today is a helmeted man. Would you like to introduce yourself?
It's Reed.
That's Reed. He's Reed under there. So you've got a motorcycle.
Yes.
How's that?
It's good. A lot of fun. I can drive again, like today.
Fuck
Yeah.
Today. Nice.
Today's the first day I could drive again.
Hell yeah. Freedom.
Huh?
Freedom.
Freedom. I'm telling you. Especially on a motorcycle.
You were concerned about other people hearing you, but you can't hear in there.
I'm really loud to me.
Yeah.
I can hear my voice pretty darn deafening in here.
I like the seatbelt looking ass thing in there to clip it under your chin. That's pretty intense.
Let's just cut off my oxygen a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, you'll probably get funnier the less air and blood gets to your head.
That's why I drink, actually.
Yeah. There you go. Little inhibitions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anything else crazy happen in your week?
Nothing crazy. I mean, I went to my nephew's baseball game. It was over in Pittsfield, and he's on a 8 and under league.
Yeah.
And we get there, and the other team is all 8-year-olds. And all the 8-year-olds have their last name on the back of their shirt. So we're fucked. And we ended up winning the game. Did you know that at baseball games in Pittsfield, they don't sell hot dogs, they just have meth? It's crazy.
Just a table of meth.
Just a table of meth.
It's for the kids.
For the kids, yeah. Keeps them peppy.
Peppy.
Yeah, but he's only 5 and he scored a run. That other team was just a bunch of chumps.
There you go. Not bad. How's your visibility doing now?
Low, man.
Low visibility. Yeah, he's about to get, what is it, carbon monoxide poisoning, you said?
Carbon dioxide.
Is it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I don't know shit. You want to take it off, or you said it was getting hot. You want to go for it?
Yeah, let's just do the show.
Hell yeah, dude. Hey, well, all we got today is topics. We may not do a whole hour, but I'm going to start with Bill Belichick, some football coach. I'm not going to pretend I know what team.
I don't know what team.
There you go.
I did know that he was a football coach.
Yeah, some football coach named Bill. He's been making headlines recently because his lady's so young. He's like white-headed, and then he's with a 24-year-old, and they just got engaged. Any words of advice to either party? What do you think?
Is he a
Good
millionaire?
for her. He's probably a multi-millionaire.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
imagine.
I'm 22. If I found an old white-haired woman with millions of dollars,
Right.
fuck yeah, man.
But quit cock blocking me. You're fucking up my life.
Exactly.
You're fucking up my whole life. Yeah, I can see it that way. A lot of people like to act like the lady's getting. It depends. I suppose it depends on the prenup situation.
Yeah.
The lawyer situation, if she's okay. Otherwise, he is hijacking. When I was 24, I was not ready to marry an older person who had like a real life.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're not even 24.
No, I'm 22.
22. Do you have any ideas as to like if what you're
Actually, I turned 22 on the 23rd, so that'll be Friday. I turned 22 on Friday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Reed.
Thanks, man.
1 year of being able to drink legally. Fuck yeah.
6 years of drinking heavily.
Fuck it. Any millionaire white-headed ladies you can name that you'd hope you could land if what's going on right now doesn't work out?
Hillary Clinton?
Hillary Clinton, she's up there.
I mean, hey, if Bill's gonna settle down with that one, it must be good.
Yeah. You know Bill, he's a narcissistic party animal. He can't be that easily satisfied. She must be crazy in the sack.
Exactly, dude.
She does whatever. A classic that comes to mind is Helen Mirren.
I don't know who that is.
God damn it, you fucking child.
Yeah.
Didn't see 9/11.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer. That was
Michelle
great.
Pfeiffer.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
That white gold. That ice cold. That Michelle Pfeiffer. That white gold. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer is a classic. All right, those are all blonde women.
What's Halle Berry?
Halle Berry's getting a bit older. She might be pushing 60 by now.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a few of them. I don't think anyone's list would be Bill Belichick.
No,
I don't think
definitely
anyone's
not.
like out there being like, if I only I could bag Bill Belichick.
Anybody with an IQ over 40 would be with him. So,
Yeah. Ultimately, that's the thing that sucks about if you end up becoming super successful and rich, single, is that now you're simultaneously a bachelor and an employment opportunity. That's one of the reasons, like, I feel weird about Tom Cruise. I feel like maybe Tom Cruise is like a sweet boy somewhere under there, but his life is so buried in weird Hollywood billionaire shit. He doesn't know a way to find a wife that isn't auditions and contracts and callbacks. He doesn't have human interactions.
Right.
He hasn't had them since like 1983.
Well, now that you brought up like actors, what about Leonardo DiCaprio? He's always with someone in their 20s.
Yeah, what's the cutoff for him?
I think it's 25.
25?
Yeah.
When they turn 26.
26? I thought it was 26 or 27. He's got to get out of there. Now, I heard a rumor, and someone said it might be Leonardo DiCaprio, but somebody out there, they fuck like Patrick Bateman, is they put earphones in, and like they have like mirrors around, and they're like in their own little world during sex. They don't engage with the other person at all. I want it to be Leonardo DiCaprio, like he's just...
I feel like some shit like that would end up on Love on the Spectrum.
Well, just a couple of parents with their hands in their pockets going, well, we do probably have to talk about it a little bit. Oh, I usually like to keep my earphones in. They're like, what, Harold? No. Well, I definitely want to keep my earphones in because of all the weird noises. You understand. That'd be great. Where's that Love on the Spectrum where it's only the bits where they have a sex problem?
Yes. Yes. I need
Come
that.
home.
I bet that's on Reddit.
Oh, yeah. Dude. That should be, okay. I was telling Reed before the start of this podcast that I'm about to take that microphone on that stand right there. One night, I'm going to take it behind a warehouse somewhere and tell you're a made man, you're about to be the star of the podcast. And I'm going to pop that thing in the back of the head. There ain't going to be an open mic. And instead, what we could do is think of fucked up subreddits and not even know they exist. Just come up with a topic the week before. Be like, we'll be back to you. Go find fucked up subreddits and just scroll through. What's this one? What was this one?
We could do that.
Autism fucking problems.
Yes. That'd be a good subreddit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Ep 1 of the subreddit arc is autism sex problems, where so the texture issues.
No eye contact.
Eye contact, texture, noises.
Yep.
Wanting to stay clothed, feeling
Physical
impolite.
contact. They don't want to touch
Yeah.
each other, so it's just peen and vagina. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing touching.
You know what I just realized? The glory hole, almost certainly an autism invention.
Yeah.
There was some guy dressed like me who was like, well, I definitely like visiting prostitutes, but there's certainly a lot of problems with that, and I don't really want to engage with the problems of prostitution, so I've come up with a plan where there's a wall. Big, beautiful wall, and there's a little hole for autistic people.
for Daniels.
For Daniels, who get a little weirded out by the textures. Why don't you grab me more? The skin on skin grinds and it feels like it's gonna rip, and I don't like it.
So I can join now, but
Oh, yeah,
there's
pop
a weird
in
guy
there.
that's breathing in his helmet.
Co-host and owner of Pizza Records Record Store, Devin Smock, has joined.
Hi.
Devin, I've come up with something. We were talking about rich people and their weird fucking habits, and then we got into how some of those habits seem autistic. I believe the glory hole is an autistic invention for people with with the texture and the stimulation problems, so that they can procreate or get their rocks off without any. What do you think? Do you think the glory hole was an autistic man's invention?
I don't know.
When you hear it, does it strike you as bullshit or he nailed it?
I mean, I wouldn't say you nailed it, but I mean, you're probably
Encroaching on.
yeah, you're halfway there. I think.
Barking up the right tree for sure.
Yeah,
Right.
I think so. Yeah.
I feel like an autistic person would definitely love having goggles and a helmet and big leather gloves for in the bed. I feel like they would feel less self-conscious. They
All right,
feel
get
like
out of my
good guy.
fucking bedroom, okay? Get out of my head.
Yeah. You ever seen the '80s horror? Can't hear you.
Yeah.
The '80s slasher, The Prowler. That's what he looks like.
Yeah. You look like you're gonna shoot the same guy with some nail guns in the same woods.
Yeah. The Nail Gun Massacre.
Yeah, Nail Gun Massacre.
Yeah.
You look like them too.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
I'm workshopping a Darth Vader bit.
Yeah.
Where he looks more like that, or Darth Vader. Anakin Skywalker never got burned up or cut up. He's autistic and has the overstimulation and the texture issues, so he's just done up in that hole. He does design that. He's like, it's gonna have a cool cape and a samurai helmet. I'm gonna have buttons.
Yeah,
make my
if he
voice
could
really deep.
design it himself instead of like whatever predetermined stormtrooper type of thing
Yeah.
that they already had figured out.
Hey, canonically in the books, Darth Vader's suit doesn't work, and that's because the Emperor wanted to cut costs. Told them don't do a good job on the suit. That's in the books.
Give him a half-ass shoot.
Yeah. Hey, the breathing yeah, it literally said like the breathing thing shouldn't be a problem, but the Emperor didn't want to spend the money. Hey, Kanye is another rich guy who recently come out about his sex life.
Yep, that's an odd one, right?
Yeah, people aren't sure. He claimed after he said a lot of crazy stuff.
Apparently he's a Nazi too.
He claims
What do you mean apparently?
a lot of right. He's selling swastikas
Well,
and he wears the hood.
part of me wonders, like, and this is not me defending him at all, because but like he's just severely mentally ill.
Yeah.
I think he's like,
This is what got me into the rich people fucking thing. Was like, I have concerns about Tom Cruise
oh,
because he's been too rich and famous since the mid '80s, definitely the '90s, and he has access to slaves through Scientology.
Yeah.
So what if he just doesn't have a normal?
especially like once you spend like 10, 20, 30 years out of reality, like
Yeah.
when you're, because those people don't live in reality like the rest of us. So, and then
If you want to be that guy's lawyer or agent or dentist, everyone who's anyone tells you, well, be his yes man. Just laugh and smile and nod to whatever he says. So Nicolas Cage is like, should I buy this dinosaur skull from Mongolia? And they're like, yeah, definitely. Spend $150 million on bones.
yeah.
Do it. But Kanye, yeah, I could see him just being gone.
Yeah, I think he's.
Now
I think he's off his meds.
He did have a claim that he's not a Nazi, and he didn't have sex with his male cousin from like ages 7 to 14. And in fact, he was just trying to prove that he could take over Doge after Elon because he has the same issues as the Musk family. And the Musk family objectively has both Nazi and incest issues. Elon Musk's father brags that they funded the Nazis during World War II, and he knocked up Elon's stepsister. So it could have been a burn from Kanye that he went too deep in the character.
Maybe he's playing 3D chess.
Yeah, because Bowie claimed when he did a lot of coke and said some weird Nazi shit about England, that the Thin White Duke character had become unfiltered in the public due to coke. Maybe that is what happened to Kanye. He did not have sex with his cousin, and he's not a Nazi. He just sold Nazi paraphernalia and told everyone that as an Elon gag.
I mean, he went all in on it.
He did.
I mean,
Reed, how far in on an Elon gag would you go?
I don't know, probably call him a slur or something.
Call him a slur.
Yeah.
That is
Good way to
risky.
go.
Hey, I need to read. Hey,
That
the
seems
scoop
like way too much work to just be like, okay, I'm gonna be a Nazi for a while,
for like 2 years.
and then I'm gonna make it look like I fucked my cousin, and then we're gonna be like, actually, it's Elon.
Actually, if you look into it.
That's way too much work. I don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
Well, you remember when Bill Cosby had said some stuff about Hannibal Buress. Hannibal Buress went out and date raped dozens of women over the course of 50 years before he said that was a bit to come back at Bill Cosby. It's a normal thing to do, is to do what the bad guy did for years. Trying to see if I have any more Kanye questions to ask you guys.
Well, since we're talking about Elon, we could talk about autism again.
Yeah. I don't know how much autism, everything I hear about the guy, it seems like everything else defines him.
Yeah.
It seems, I found out, okay, so there's this thing where he likes like knocking up ladies. A bunch of guys like knocking up ladies.
He has the money to not worry about it.
Yeah. Well, it turns out he like financially pressures and manipulates them into it. And then his stuff downstairs we think doesn't work. We think it doesn't work, and it sounds right that it doesn't work because we know he is not offering to manipulate or pay these women to sleep with him. They would go to a lab and be inseminated by a doctor. That's his fetish that he pays a lot of money to keep going, is just to know that his genes are out there. He does not meet with these women. That's how fucking far gone this guy is. So maybe he's got the autism textural stimulation thing.
He's got the worst lick of it if he's got it.
Yeah, if he's got it, he's dealing with
Full smack center.
stage 4
He is the
terminal
spectrum.
autism.
Well, I do think, I think it's a fancy thing to say nowadays is that I've got autism or whatever. So, but I think in his case, like, he's got the full-on Asperger's.
I knew we were in too deep liking people with autism when the Predator movie had a random child with autism just go, okay, and pilot the Predator's spaceship first try.
Yeah.
Okay, so to the average viewer, autism is God.
Yeah.
You're basically touched.
There's a misconception with that.
Yeah.
Well, like the Rain Man movie where he like counts all them toothpicks. That was cool.
Yeah, it is.
Good point.
Who laughed at that?
Good point.
Hey,
Excellent point.
I have a theory. They say if you drop a bag of rice, a vampire will have to pick up all the rice pieces and count them, like Count Dracula counts. But
Yeah.
Rain Man also does that.
As it falls.
Rain Man would be very sad nowadays, though.
He would be. Yeah, oh yeah.
Kmart.
Yeah.
Kmart's gone.
Kmart's gone.
Yeah.
He'd be screwed.
Can't get the blue light special anymore.
Yeah.
I forgot he
I
liked
used to like the blue
Kmart.
lights. I got my first computer. It's a blue light special.
Hey, they fixed his issue with crosswalks, though. Remember when the hand came up and he was just in the middle of the crosswalk and he was just sitting there eating cheese puffs and was confused? They got the little counters now.
Yeah,
So I
just
think
in case.
he kind of intuit that he's got 19 seconds to bolt
Yeah.
across. They fixed that for Rain Man. He's a little safer, but he's not as happy.
Yeah.
As RFK said, it would be impossible for him to work or fuck or write poetry,
Yeah.
but he can drive a car. He can drive a car. What else did we have? The Diddy trial.
Yes.
I don't think that guy's autistic.
No.
I don't think that. I think we can rule him out.
Nope.
He's got too much confidence. He just kind of, his mouth just hangs open and his eyes are dead and he just does whatever he wants. It's not very autistic behavior.
He's on the whole I've been famous and a lot of money for a long time.
Yeah.
Type of,
That's a dangerous game.
where you can not live in reality and just do whatever you want for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. On top of obviously the trial stuff, right, which is all fucked up, but we'll get into conspiracy theory. Like he probably was involved in several murders too.
Yeah, he probably had to tie up some loose ends or pay some people too. So he invented, it turns out there's this conspiracy theory that if you've ever been around black guys, you know this conspiracy theory that anytime a black guy gets famous, he did something gay. It turns out Diddy is the reason that conspiracy is because he got a bunch of them. He did manage to get a bunch of them.
Now, I do want to say that's funny about this is like, so a lot of the things you're mentioning, whatever, it sounds like an episode of Alex Jones.
Yeah.
And not that I agree with that guy either, because he's a lunatic.
Broken clock.
But
The frogs are.
life is starting to get turned
More
into.
and more.
It's like frogs are gay,
He was-
and Diddy's has 750 dildos in his house. You know what I mean? Like,
He was like almost right about the gay frogs. And there was a conspiracy to shut people up about what was happening to the frogs.
he was right about the celebrity group too. That's
I saw a clip from
yeah.
him in July of 2001. He like predicted the World Trade Center.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some Nostradamus shit where if you just keep screaming paranoid. So here's his backstory. His dad, I think, put colloidal silver in toothpaste. So they had their own little factory to make toothpaste, and it didn't have the, what's the thing? Fluoride. It didn't have fluoride. It had colloidal silver in it, which, by the way, if that gets in your bloodstream, you turn blue like a Smurf.
yeah.
But
There's a
anyway,
guy.
that yeah,
blue guy.
yeah. There's a blue guy with a white beard, looks like Papa Smurf. But that's what his dad was up to. So he was already in the like, don't trust them mindset. And then when he was in high school, he went to go meet with some guys in a barn, and they jumped him and dropped him on his head and gave him a serious concussion, and then I think attempted to light the barn on fire.
Yeah.
And from that point on, he was like, you can't trust people. They're gonna.
Yeah.
That's what happened. He was just screaming at cashiers that wanted his phone number and then ending up on the news for it.
That was a really good impression, actually.
I think a lot of it is he pulls on every thread
Thank
too.
Yeah.
know, like
He'll do, that's
everything.
what
So like, you know,
Tim Dillon used to say that he was the
he's
son
batting 300. You know?
of Candace Owens and Alex Jones. And there for a bit, he was doing the Alex Jones thing where he didn't care what the conspiracy theory was. He needed one for the show.
Yeah.
And like Tim Dillon used to do that. And then I used to make fun of people because he lost his producer, which is just the guy that giggles. And I was like, you guys are dumb. But then that producer left, and Tim Dillon went to like a quarter of his content.
Yeah.
And it sucked. So yeah, Alex Jones was super entertaining because you didn't know what the fuck. It wasn't going to be the same conspiracy theory every week. The P. Diddy trial.
Yeah.
We got any more conspiracy theories we have? Any feelings we got?
It's not a conspiracy theory.
I think
But-
it's pretty much true now.
Yeah, the Diddy stuff is, but do we have any? But what are you going to say?
No, I was gonna say the news today. They said.
Get some oxygen.
Yeah. That was a cool off.
The news today, the headline said, Kid Cudi appearing as witness in Sean Combs' trial. I was like, why didn't you just use his rapper name? Like,
Yeah, what? Yeah, if Kid Cudi
if
is
Kid
like...
Cudi gets to be Kid Cudi, then Sean Combs can be fucking rapist, I guess.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I don't know.
P. Diddler.
He's a diddler, man.
People should just
P.
be
Diddler.
calling him Diddler.
Diddling around.
Diddle me this.
Diddle me this.
Diddle.
Fuck daddy.
If Diddy is the Riddler of the rap world, who is the Batman of rap? Is
Dr.
that
Dre.
Dr. Dre?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, he's in the lab doing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
What's Kendrick Lamar? What's K-Dot in Gotham? Who's he right now?
Deathstroke.
He's Deathstroke. You can just from far.
Yeah.
That is pretty good. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Deadshot.
and I gotta be honest. When I was growing up, I wasn't that into rap. Every once in a while, certain people pop up, like MF Doom. I'm really into him.
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar's great.
Kendrick Lamar, the Aubreys or whatever the fuck he called the Grams, Meet the Grams.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's one of my favorite rap songs ever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that man was your father. Fucking, and it sounds like a horror track.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Let's.
So I'm gonna dig into my conspiracy. I think the conspiracy theory about the rapper thing you kind of alluded to is true. That a lot, not all of them, but a lot of them, because Kendrick Lamar raps kind of on that a little bit, like Drake, Jay-Z.
There's
They're all diddling.
Yeah.
Going around.
And you get the feeling, like you kind of,
And you can kind of see like these guys over here aren't, and these guys are.
Yeah, you start to see that the entertainment business is segregated.
Yeah.
You start noticing, like, I watched Conan O'Brien's Mark Twain Prize special on Netflix, and they kept making comments about what a nice place it is to be right now, because it's Conan O'Brien's fans and friends. They're all really nice people.
Real people.
There weren't any freaks
Yeah.
at the fucking show, whereas every other award show, someone has to make a comment about someone's here.
Yeah.
Like it's,
Or they're Epstein Island people,
yeah.
which is another Alex Jones thing that
You start
they ignored.
to notice, especially now everyone's got podcasts,
Yeah.
and you start to notice like the comedy podcasts. Those are starting to like, okay, you've got Team Rogan,
Yeah.
and they'll do whatever. Some of them seem just stupid, so they'll get paid to do something. It's like that may not have longevity.
Yeah.
Other ones don't care, and then you have like people over here that at first you're like, they seem like LA theater kid. I don't like them, but then
There's definitely a difference.
yeah, there's like these little cults.
I think what's redhead and the Asian guy? They're good.
Ooh, yeah.
Bobby Lee and Andrew
Best friend, bad
Santino.
friends.
Andrew Santino.
Bad Friends.
Yeah.
They seem cool.
What's that show called? Bad Friends?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. What are some ones that are probably not on the up and up?
Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer.
It gives me weird.
Tom Segura grew up like his dad worked for like BlackRock
Which
or
I'm a big fan of his like stand-up.
Tom
yeah, he's
Segura?
funny.
He's funny, but I think he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
and
if you watch
he
him.
pretty much self-admits that. Like,
Yeah, that
he
he
gets
does
off
not
on
have-
like violence and stuff.
And as he got richer and more isolated, he's not.
Yeah.
He thinks he could just blab on a podcast and put himself on the internet. People are like, you're kind of like a weird, super rich bully. And if you find out, like, yeah, his dad worked. I'm trying to think of like the name of the Lockheed Martin. It's like scary. Like he works for like some scary firm that controls the world.
Yeah.
So and then Bert Kreischer got famous for being a party animal at a party.
Getting
school.
drunk in Russia
Yeah.
one time. Yeah.
One time and then not shutting up about it and then making a movie 10 years later.
Taking his shirt off.
Yeah, so there's certain ones where you're like, this seems to be a power, like a pyramid of, what other celebrities you guys think are just like a creepy power hoarder and like whenever their friends show up, it's not.
Beyonce.
Beyonce?
Yeah.
I think Seinfeld's one.
Mm-hmm.
I think people are associated with Seinfeld, so they kind of satellite him. Other people are like, I ain't fucking dealing with it.
Tom Hanks.
You think Tom Hanks? I hear that a lot about Tom Hanks.
I think he is.
Yeah.
Great actor, but I think he's.
Yeah, he could be creepy. He every once in a while in interviews.
George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, those. Maybe not Spielberg, but Lucas.
I could see Lucas.
Yeah.
Spielberg is a little. He seems too much like someone's dad who talks too much. I feel like he wouldn't be able to be creepy for a long time.
Christopher Nolan.
Ooh, yeah, I could see the Nolan dudes being
He's
weirdies.
like, I'm making a weird movie and stuff, and I wear a suit while I'm directing a film.
And
What are
there's
you
no
doing?
humor. There's no iron. Sam Raimi wore a suit all the time, and you're like, hey.
It's funny because it's Sam Raimi.
But Nolan is legit like trying to make people think he's the next big thing. It's like you do make popcorn movies.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer had a big explosion and a pair of tits in it, and you tried to pretend that it wasn't a popcorn movie.
Yeah, it was good, but
I didn't watch it. I watched
The tits was good.
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
I don't know. The way he said it under his breath, I was like, maybe I should check it out.
It's a long movie, so I don't know.
I'll fast forward.
You would
I'll
definitely
find
want to
them.
have this up.
I watched the explosion on the internet, and it sucked. He's a dumbass. He had, okay, it wasn't a detonation,
Yeah.
it was an explosion. So it was a fiery plume. And it's like, no. You fucked it up, idiot. And he kept bragging about how much stuff he blew up. I was like, you blew it up wrong. No points. Did not go see the movie. Reed, any celebrities you think is an absolute, some kind of power hoarding creeper?
I don't know. I'm gonna say it again. Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Jay-Z and Beyonce, I can see that. They were weird. Beyonce had a bunch of pregnant women kicked out of a hospital so that she could give birth alone. Psycho.
See, they're just not normal people.
No.
Why would you do?
Yeah.
Stop.
Why?
Oh,
'Cause
you
did
know
the-
what?
Put a ring on it and your shit's to the left. Put a ring on it and your shit's to the left, girls. And now you own a hospital? Like, you're not
That's a good song though.
Yeah.
I like that song.
Great melodies. Try not to talk shit about the pop singers, because some guy, some 75-year-old gay Jewish guy in LA wrote that melody and worked really hard on it.
Yeah.
And then gave it to some lady with fat tits. So, can you sing this in key? And she was like, yes. You ever hear about Lady Gaga couldn't break into the music industry?
Because of her nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had like
She what?
a fucking Lady Gaga couldn't get into the music industry because of her face. And also she kept trying to do it in a boring, normal, professional way.
Yeah.
And they're like, we don't care that you have a PhD in the invention of music or whatever the fuck, that this paper you hold that says that you know more than us.
Yeah.
So she had to get a bacon hat and a dog shirt and a traffic cone shoes. And then finally they're like, okay, you can have an album.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick.
You already covered that?
I'm excluding Diddy for this question. Bill Belichick, Elon.
Speaking of putting a ring on it.
Yeah, he
It was a good callback.
Yeah.
put a ring on it. Bill Belichick. Beyonce has nothing to say to Bill Belichick. He's handling it. Great man.
Yeah.
Wonderful husband.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick, Elon, Kanye. Who's the creepiest? Who are you like?
P. Diddy.
No, I am excluding him from the list. He's
yeah,
the obvious.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go.
He's
Go again.
Elon, Bill Belichick, Kanye, Leonardo DiCaprio. That's my list.
Oh man.
Who? Obviously, I wouldn't throw Diddy in there. He's already beat them.
Bezos pretty out there.
Yeah. I don't think you can. I think you almost have to exclude Elon too, because like he's an obvious like that.
Yeah,
weak
he's
as fuck.
Yeah, because he can like bankrupt you from miles
Like, let's
away
take-
for saying no.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
let's take all the supposed things that goes on in his personal life, but like just his social interactions are odd anyway. You know what I mean? Like he's an autistic guy, so he's fucking weird anyway. Like
He's already a fucking freak.
yeah. So like
You guys see the forks?
yeah.
I definitely couldn't say Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Because, like, if I was that old with that much money, I'd probably have one too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd also have one. I'd also go to the dealership.
That seems healthy.
What
Yeah,
years
I
do you
mean,
have?
Hey, low mileage, you know what I'm saying?
Mileage.
Where can they go? Epstein's gone, so they gotta go somewhere.
Yeah, they're going to football games.
They're at P. Diddy's house, North Carolina University.
Right?
Yeah. I think probably Kanye, I guess, out of those three.
Yeah.
Because he's and even before the Jew hate stuff is like he's always kind of been like this weird eccentric guy, whether it's like coming up and interrupting Taylor Swift or
Yeah. He can't handle
he-
what he's up
he's
to.
like not a normal dude. And he was in the Kardashians world for a while, which is a whole nother weird.
When Beyonce enters a room, you can smell sulfur. I've heard that. And when Jay-Z enters a room,
Alex.
I've heard it. People say this to me on the internet.
Remember.
Brrr.
What
Cool.
time is it? We got a bit of time.
Yeah.
We have a lot of time.
We got so much fucking time on this planet, man. Infinite time.
Yeah.
Did you guys see me hotbox my vape in here?
No, that's awesome.
That's
I forgot I
pretty
had a
cool,
bit.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna pass out soon.
You know, things are going smooth for you. You know, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, God is good. You know, when it rains, it pours. I got 2 paid shows within a week of each other coming up 25th and 30th,
Yeah.
and I can drive
30th
again.
is here.
Huh?
The 30th is here.
It is, yeah, it's here.
Bunch of funny people.
What?
Bunch of funny people.
Bunch of funny people. Oh yeah, I'm bringing bush apple for everybody. I have a stockpile. I have 74. I hope it's enough.
Cool.
I just got a
So
new
I should
phone in the
expect a
mail.
lot of responsible acting and stuff, right?
What?
You know, it'd be great. Lord Vader, we found something on the radars.
What?
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 Huh?
I can't hear.
Lord Vader, we found something on the radar.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
What?
What?
Wasn't that a bit Spaceballs?
Yeah, it probably was. Fucking stupid Spaceballs. Getting in the way of cock blocking my jokes by 40 years. Pieces of shit. I can never get to these movie ideas before these damn old Jews do. They always get to it
They
before I'm
do,
born.
man.
Assholes.
You know what?
You should
I
probably
love,
get on Twitter and say bad things about.
On Twitter.
And Mel Brooks, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I
declaring
love
DEFCON
Mike
5 on
Myers.
the Jews because they stole Spaceballs. What? You gotta yell louder, Reed.
I love Mike Myers, but I love Star Wars way too much to ever watch Spaceballs. I can't do it.
Mike Myers is in Spaceballs.
He
He's
wasn't,
not?
he wasn't famous when they made that.
Who the fuck is the guy in Spaceballs?
Rick
That's-
Moranis.
Huh?
Rick Moranis. I was gonna say Brian.
Boitano?
That's not Mike Myers?
I don't know.
No?
Bill Paxton. I get this guy.
No, it's not Bill Paxton. It's the
Bill-
fucking other guy. That looks
Yeah.
like he's like a mixture of Bill
Kurt
Paxton
Russell
and Kurt
and-
Russell.
Yeah.
Oh, then I don't even need to watch it anyway.
Pullman? Bill Pullman?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Bill Pullman? That poor guy. Never stood a chance.
No.
He got 1-2 roles and they're like, you gotta go.
And John Candy.
John Candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a Mog.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Bill Pullman. I almost called him Brian Pillman, who's a wrestler everyone forgets because he died too early.
He did. Yeah.
Er-
George Wendt died.
George Wendt is dead.
Yeah. The Bears.
I know him
Bruce.
from the William Catt movie House that was trying to be like a Stephen King movie.
Yeah. Not a very good movie.
I thought it was dope as fuck as a kid. I thought it was
It's
crazy.
not very good, but yeah.
You could suck it.
I get
but-
I get it. I mean, there's a lot of movies like I liked when I was a kid. I'm like I watch them as an adult. I'm like,
Yeah, I need to go back to that one.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Reed,
died.
what's your favorite William Catt movie or show?
You might guess what I'm gonna answer. Who the fuck is that?
He's well, there's Keith David, and he's a black guy, and then there's David Keith, and he's a white guy. There's Cat Williams, and he's a black guy.
I know Cat Williams.
So William Catt is a.
White guy?
There you go. There's another one. There's another two. And I saw them the other day, and it made me think of Keith David and Cat Williams and their inverses.
Yeah.
There's another two. Oh no, there's a guy from the movie Samson that should play Conan, but he's got a black guy's name. It sounds like a black guy's name, but if you look at it, it's a famous white guy's name, but backwards. And I was like, you're almost that black guy name. the
Jordan
Zorro
Michael.
celebrity
I'm just riffing.
riffing. That's what I'm attempting to do.
William Catt, never heard of it.
You gotta look
Next
up Greatest
question.
American Hero.
Yep. He was also Carrie's prom date in Carrie.
Yeah, he was in Carrie. He was a sweeter boy than John Travolta and the others. Shit, man. I'm out of topics.
Well,
I've been watching Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
how's that going?
Well, not like regular Jeopardy, because those questions are too hard. Celebrity Jeopardy, because they're all
For
stupid.
idiots. Yeah.
Yep.
I do pretty good on Celebrity Jeopardy.
Some of the best recent SNL skits are the celebrity.
That was not recent.
Yeah, that was like the
SNL
80s.
sucks.
A little bit, it does.
No, you haven't. Then you haven't seen them. Then that's recent, like since the last 5-10 years.
Oh, for real? I was
Yeah,
thinking
Celebrity-
of
The ones with Will
Ferrell?
Connery bothering Will Ferrell.
Keenan.
Yeah.
hosts it, and then
Oh!
Tom Hanks plays a redneck, and
Yeah, that's Black Jeopardy.
oh yeah,
Yeah, Black Jeopardy, and then Tom Hanks is a MAGA guy that accidentally gets up there and nails it. He has all the same answers as the black people.
yeah.
And they're like, "You're not bad," and then he's
You're
like,
not bad either.
"Yeah." They brought him back for the 50th anniversary. No one was having it. No one applauded or cheered for Tom Hanks as a MAGA guy anymore. Like, we're over it. We did this 4 years ago.
Yeah.
SNL and Raw have the same problem.
Raw?
Raw, WWE
Monday Night Raw.
Oh.
They got the same problem where this old rich white guy is insane and thinks his show is king of the world and he wants it to be 3 hours long, and then he's got a bunch of young people that he underpays and they're all on drugs and they stress themselves out all to hell to get the show made in 1 week.
Do drugs and then they die. And
They die young
Yeah.
and they're buried. The wrong guys make it to the top and get all the screen time. How would you guys fix both those shows?
More writers.
More writers on both?
Younger writers.
Yeah,
yeah.
young writers. I would switch. I would have SNL be more dangerous and WWE be less dangerous for a few years. I'd have SNL. They got to do stunts. WWE, relax. Quit getting injured.
So I think
so much.
that's what WWE needs to not do is less of the story stuff and more quality wrestling. More like an AEW, but better.
Yeah. Have you ever noticed that all their like promotional stings is guys doing this outside of the ring?
Yeah. And less like,
This guy's doing.
hey, we're going to do the latest butt metal song to be the theme song for our big star or whatever. Hosted by WrestleMania, and the song of WrestleMania is Nickelback's fucking
Yeah.
or whatever. Like,
I do it standing in line, the clubs will never get in.
yeah, sponsored by Subway, and then they
Yeah.
have a 3D Subway fucking thing. Like,
so
what
much
are they?
money and effort goes into like Triple H
And I
wearing
literally-
a hot dog costume.
That whole segment cost the company like $50 million, and they're like, "This is really cool. There'll be a 3D sub above the crowd there. You can't see it in the crowd,
yeah,
but,
no one who's there
but
cares.
everybody watching the $90 pay-per-view can see it." But
Something I'm thinking about doing here that they do at the WWE shows is like, okay, they got a guy and they spent a lot of money and they've been working on his storyline. Like, he's going to be the face of the company starting right after this WrestleMania. And the audience can feel it and they're not into him.
yeah,
So they keep not cheering and they don't care. So
Yeah.
what they do, there's already a microphone under the stage so that when it catches and goes through the speaker system,
yeah,
they just start piping cheers
yeah. No, they
through
for
the
sure.
live.
They got
in-
caught doing that.
Yeah,
piping
in
cheers.
arena.
Yeah,
And some guy, I believe it was Rictus Erectus from Mad Max Fury Road, that threw the engine at the end. That guy was in WWE for a few years, and he said that through all this stuff, I think he got into politics and shit, but he said one of the biggest lessons I ever learned was watching that work at WWE, that they would hate a guy, and then you go, woo, and people would start going, yeah!
Yeah.
So I'm going to start.
everybody else is into it.
I think legitimately, because placebos work even if you know they're a placebo, I'm going to get a laugh button. And I'm just going to say things like, but no one cares because my
Yeah,
role
you
with
said they
WWE
get caught like that was a bad thing. Like, I mean, they're just trying to run a business and they
It's
have
entertainment.
it written down. It's a plot they wrote,
Right?
so why not make it work, you know?
That's the same theory they had for the quiz show scandal in the 50s. So
Right.
What?
Yeah.
The
He can't hear. He's got hearing issues.
What, yeah, right. So like No Whammies, the game show with the No Whammies, they were corrupt because some guy figured out you could count and hit the button at this specific spot and get it to stop. He knew how many spots it would stop after you hit it, so he just kept doing that and winning. And so I believe they sued him and didn't give the money.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's like the kid that what is the Pepsi?
Yeah, where's my jet?
Where's my jet?
in
Yeah.
her ear.
Yeah. I drink a lot of Pepsi. I want a jet.
If I want a jet from drinking Pepsi,
Be gross. I can't stand Pepsi.
I wouldn't tell anyone, but there would be hints like me constantly zooming around directly above the city in a jet.
Yeah.
Where's Daniel? He's in his jet again. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything.
Just Buzz Farmer State Bank.
Yeah, I think it would be pretty irresponsible, but you definitely should do it.
I've thought about getting a pilot's license.
Live life like this guy.
Follow your whims.
Oh yeah.
Wear a helmet that no one can hear you in.
And next week I'm gonna wear a pilot's helmet.
There you go.
Since we're talking about it.
You're gonna start looking like a Fallout character. Like you just found stuff that looked cool and you put it on.
Your armor's 0 though. Your chest and leg armor is 0.
Yeah.
You've got like a 8 or 9 on the helmet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With what would his like special?
I think it.
Like, is it legendary? Is it a legendary
Yeah.
motorcycle helmet?
Yeah.
With like,
Energy resistance.
one less vision, but like,
Rad resistance.
yeah, but
Yeah.
like 2+ to rad resistance.
Yeah, he gets a charisma debuff because no one can hear or see him. He looks like a sweaty, foggy mess in there, but it looks moist in there. When I look in there, I'm like, oof.
It's humid.
Well, it makes you want to tug your
humid. I
collar.
feel like I'm in the jungle right now.
You're gonna get some mold going.
Ah,
in
the
there.
trees are speaking Vietnamese.
Makes Cambodia look like Kansas in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what other celebrities you think got autism? They've been hiding it from us. RFK is going to figure it out and get them.
I'm gonna get them.
Who's going to end up on the registry?
I think I don't think there's as many as you think. Like I said, I think a lot of people just say they have it because it's like a cool thing to do nowadays. But yeah,
Christopher Walken.
Quentin Tarantino.
Tarantino.
Yeah,
He could have
Tarantino's bad.
Asperger's. Quentin Tarantino.
We watched Pulp Fiction the other night. He's like my favorite guy. But yeah, he's most definitely.
Imagine him on dating on the spectrum.
He's just
Love
talking
on
about
the
movies.
spectrum. Yeah, he's just sitting at his table waiting. A girl in a dress and glasses comes up and sits down. There's no 1, 2, 3, 4 ways about it, okay? He's the best. He's the absolute best. He starts in 1979 and he just keeps going. And no one else, and she's like, I didn't know what he was talking about. And he didn't breathe. And then he asked me what my shoe size was. And the date ended.
He just had a kid, so someone finally decided that it was okay to sleep with him, I guess. Or he did the Elon thing.
He might have done the Elon thing.
Yeah.
You want to call it before I say 16 more times? I'm trying to think of anything that we could riff on. We're just not riffing.
Autism.
Autism. A celebrity name. Fuck. What? We should ad-lib the podcast and just Elon Musk. Fuck. Autism.
Fuck.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Reed's too young to see the movie.
Or know any of the actors.
Yeah, doesn't know any actors.
Don't know the director.
Motherfucker.
Never heard that name.
My wife's here. Perfect timing.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to Pizza Records Live. In future, this show may look drastically different.
Yeah.
We'll be changing this shit up. Thank you much for tuning in and coming out. All right.
All right.
We are Jacksonville, Illinois' radio broadcast to the world, Elm City Radio. Welcome. It's the home of Big Eli, General Grierson, Governor Duncan, Illinois College, and more. Playing local flavors of music, broadcasting local news at some point, and keeping you up to date about the heart of West Central Illinois in Jacksonville. Stream us wherever you are. That's Elm City Radio, Jacksonville, Illinois' radio broadcast to the world.
Welcome to Pizza Records.
This is a behind the scenes.
You want it in your face.
Hey, yo!
Yeah.
Something
like that.
Oh,
yeah.
multitasking.
Okay. Something like that. Is that look good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. He's filming a commercial and our show.
Yeah, that does look good.
All right.
Yeah.
Where am I at?
All right,
You're over here.
I'm
like,
just speeding.
Like what? You're over here. But you're gonna walk up to Zach when he pulls in.
Go ahead, give me one more push of the button on that.
Oh, dude, I can't even see him there.
It's okay.
It doesn't really matter. Kevin's gonna be walking. I mean, I don't care because he's gonna pan this way.
All right.
So, thumbs up.
Yep, I'm ready.
Go ahead on set. Here we go. What the hell happened?
We didn't have a fire extinguisher. I couldn't find one. Should probably get one of those. I used the rest of my beer to try to put it out, so I'm gonna me a beer too.
How did it look to you? I mean, how do you like this act?
Man, it looks good. Yeah. This is very, very dramatic.